Yes, people, welcome back to the 1894 podcast. I'm joined by Hugh, who has kindly let me host the show tonight. We're here for the review of Swansea versus Man City in the FA Cup. Convincing 3-0 win. I think everyone is happy with it. But first thing I want to say is I thought Rodri was brilliant tonight. He misplaced one pass, he got 2 assists and 6 key passes. Hugh, what do you think of his form lately?
Rodri's form lately has been his best. It's been his best run on the team, in my opinion. He's a player that we used to call possibly boring at times, considering we were so used to really, really fast pep ball, the tiki-taka stuff that he brought from Barcelona. And we were always complaining about Rodri potentially passing sideways too much. And when he was playing that double pivot role with Gundo, that was a tough time for him, I think, because I don't know, maybe he felt he was stuck for options a lot, but he's definitely really, really improved recently. And it's no reason that the goals and the results are following with his performances.
Yeah, I agree with you on the double pivot thing. I think obviously with the strength of the back four now, I think Pep's allowed. He's obviously told Gundogan to move up a bit, which has given Rodri the confidence. I think him knowing as well the back four is there for him. I think that's definitely been a huge factor in his game lately. Um, I was very surprised by Tommy Doyle who came on. I think he got a good 25 minutes under his belt. He was very influential. I thought he came in and it didn't look like we were missing much. But what were your thoughts on him?
I was impressed with Tommy. He's clearly a young man with a lot of confidence. He nearly saw his name in lights there, or he did see his name in lights when he paced down the wing. He left the fullback for dead, to be fair, and then he decided this is my moment. This is when I get my goal, and unfortunately it wasn't to be. And you could see Pep wasn't too impressed with that, judging by his reaction on camera. But I thought Tommy was good, and it's more of these appearances he needs. Keep giving him these kind of games. He's still a really young man. I think he's still 18, possibly just turned 19, and yeah, just keep giving him these games to get better and get time under his belt. Play against the adults, the bigger people, and we could have a right player in our hands. Just give him more time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I think the way Pep's handled a lot of the youth players, including Foden, has been brilliant, as you've seen, obviously with Foden. But yeah, I thought all the goals tonight. Well, one of them was more luck than skill, but I think a lot of the few goals tonight were very good. I think the walk one was obviously a cross, just wasn't put in. But Sterling,
I know. Don't take that away
I
from him.
know. No, it was the best shot I've ever seen. Sterling, he scored a 1v1, which that brings me on to Sterling. What have you made from the last few games? It's obviously his longest scoring run for City. It's 4
Yeah,
games now, which I hadn't even copped. So what have you thought of him lately?
Sterling is a player that over the past few years I've found myself blowing hot and cold with, which is
Hmm.
strange because when you look at the stats he's brought to the team over the past few years, I've absolutely no reason to blow hot and cold with him. It's mad because for a player that scores so much and brings so much to the game, I often feel he can bring even more, and it's kind of a testament to him. Those kind of stats, and he's showing it recently. And in some ways, I think Pep giving him the captain armband when De Bruyne and Fernandinho aren't available has given him a boost. You know, he's playing with a lot of confidence. Like, how often do we see? We watch City every week. How often do we see Sterling score a 1v1? I can count them on one hand, the ones I can remember, and I can count, and I can think of countless times he's missed them. So for him to score 1v1 tonight was big for his confidence. It'll get him over that stigma, and I'm really impressed with him recently. And long may it last.
Yeah, I'm the same. I thought I would have been one to say that he brings more from being on the right hand side. But
Mm.
tonight, like you said, it'll do his confidence very good. I hope he can bring that into him now for the Spurs game. If well, he
Yep.
probably will start, but if he starts, yeah, that's the tour goal. I thought now was brilliant. I thought Jesus took it down very well and he finished it even better. Um, what's what's your thoughts on that goal?
That's what I want from Jesus. When he plays that
Hmm.
number 9 role, many people say it's not his best role, but when he does play it, that's what you want from him. You want him to be a fox in the box. You want him to bring that kind of penetration that Aguero usually brings when he's around. It's something that not most players in our team can do. And our midfielders usually score when they arrive late into the box and they tap it in, or else they score a wonder goal or a free kick or what. But that's a typical number 9's goal. He showed great instinct to turn his man and just stick in the back of the net. And if he can do that week in, week out, there's no reason he can't find himself in the starting 11 every week. And he can compete with
Hmm.
Aguero when Aguero is fit again. Because, like I said, that's exactly what we want. And he's on a good run of form now with goals as well. So his confidence should be constantly growing.
Yeah, definitely. I was when we were doing our player ratings, it surprised me how high a rating we both gave Benjamin Mendy. I thought he looked fast. Fair enough when he ran, he got out of breath very quick. But I thought when he was running, he looked looked a bit fitter than usual, despite him gassing, because he usually gasses after
Yeah.
2 steps. What did you think from tonight?
Yeah, Mendy was fine. You know what I mean? I think I said in one of our podcasts recently, or one of our episodes, that he really does embody that Cross-Chester City name, and he showed
Yeah,
that against Knight.
yeah,
He absolutely loves drilling a ball across the box, and he did that tonight.
yeah,
I didn't think he was bad, but he rarely is actually bad in these kind of lesser opposition games, if you like. It's just those
yeah,
big games, and
true.
until he's given a chance in the big game and plays well in that big game, I will still view Mendy as not our main left back. He's not an option for me. I don't like seeing him play in the big games because I just think he's too prone to making mistakes. But he did well tonight.
I definitely agree with you. I wouldn't have him over Zinchenko's current form in a million years,
No,
but
no, 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 no.
it is nice to see him get a good game under his belt now and again.
Mhm.
Yeah, I said this. I said this during the game. We're on a 15-game win streak now. Well, yeah, we are now. We're on a 15-game win streak. It's a new record in English football. But what surprises me is now, obviously, the Centurions are a different level, but I still wouldn't. I don't know why in my mind this team doesn't come close to them for me. What would you have them anywhere near them?
Um, I would, in terms of results and performances and style of play.
Yeah,
Maybe slightly different in the sense that we're even more solid at the back. I know Otamendi and Stones were
yeah,
great during and company as well during the
yeah,
Centurion season. But with Diaz and Stones, that partnership at the back, I just have so much trust in them. I think Pep has them
yeah.
playing a slightly different way, but once they get the silverware at the end of the season, should they get there,
Doesn't
please
make a
God,
difference.
I think then we will start putting them in the same bracket. But until then, it's just a great team doing great at the time, doing great right now, I should say. Sorry, but until, like I said, until they get the silverware, if they do get silverware, then I reckon it's time to start talking about them in the same bracket as the Centurions.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah, like I said, we're on the 15-game winning run now. We can hopefully we end up making a 16. Spurs coming up. We'll have another episode on that. We're gonna put our player ratings up on the screen now. Let us know down below if you agree or disagree. Yeah, that's all we have to say for this match. Hopefully now we can bring it into Spurs, and that preview will be up on Friday. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe. Cheers.